Hi, everyone. I'm just doing this live because I was too lazy to actually record a video. And I was just watching somebody else's shared um, video where they had been live. So I thought, I'll just do that. So I'm experimenting with, I think I had talked about doing the wet cyanotypes. Where are they? That I was doing the other day, where you actually wet the paper again after it's been sensitized. Some of them, I think I used red wine and water in this one. Some of them I used vinegar. Um, this one I think I used some vinegar in. This is my favorite of these. But also what I'm seeing people doing is, oh, this is another good one, is using spices. Um, on the prints. That's one where I did a hand print on there too. So today I was at the Visual Arts Center. Let's see. So I was at the Visual Arts Center today doing my usual darkroom monitoring, and they have a UV box there. So I brought in some paper since it was already sensitized, and I brought in everything else that I needed, turmeric, paprika mix, and dilute vinegar, and my botanicals, and some peroxide, hydrogen peroxide. So I took three, I did three in the UV box, and then before I left, I put together one to leave out on in the sunshine. So these were the results with using botanicals, and I wet the already. So let me backtrack a little bit. This paper that I've been using is really old sensitized paper. It's paper that I sensitized several months ago, maybe even close to a year ago. And I never used it up. I've had it in a dark drawer. And it had already darkened a little bit, but I knew that it was still photosensitive. So to do these, I decided, well, I'm just going to use some of these that I already had in the drawer, just to get a handle on the process. So I took the already sensitized paper. It was dry, and I brushed it with water. And then for this one, I took the botanicals and I dipped them in a dilute solution of vinegar. And then I dipped them in the spices. Then I laid them down. Then I brushed a little bit more of the dilute vinegar around the edges. And then I put on more spices. And then I put it out in the sun and just left it there. It was probably in the sun for 4.5, 5 hours. These I did almost the same way. I took my sheet that was dry, I brushed it with water, then I sprinkled some of the spice on the paper with the water. Then I put my botanicals down. Then I brushed it with the dilute vinegar around the edges. And then I sprinkled more more spice on. And then I had these all fit in the UV box together. So I had them on a plexiglass. And then I put some cling film over that. And then I put the plexi on top of it. And I left these for probably about an hour and a half to 2 hours, an hour and a half were these in the UV box. So I'm getting ideas now. What I really like about these is the contrast between the that yellow gold of the turmeric and the varied blues of the cyanotype. Now, these weren't the most expertly painted. I didn't put the sensitizer on. Some of them turned out a little weird. They've got all sorts of weird aberrations. So it wasn't very how do I put this? It wasn't pristine technique. And so pretty soon I'm almost out of the sensitized paper, so I will be doing more sensitized paper in addition to my fabric for the set of flags that I want to do. But I was looking at these and I was thinking what would be really neat would be to make long ones, like the length of this one in half, because these are like, I think that paper is 18 by 24. So make 9 by 24 inch lengths of prints and do big leaves on it, and then arrange them as a triptych or a diptych. But anyway, I just thought I would show that. That's what I was working on today. It is kind of cyanotype season now. I don't usually hold this like this. I'm just using my phone. So I will be doing more of that as plants come up. I've been using hellebores and some of the herbs. I use some motherwort and some valerian and some tansy today. So that's kind of where I'm headed right now. The encaustic painting class will start next week, and I've been collecting all my encaustic paintings over here, and of course I have more of these guys. This is the last one that I need to do beadwork on using those beads. And I still need to get some more frames for those beaded encaustics. But yeah, so that's kind of where my attention is going right now. Although I also have been getting back into my my pinhole series, which are these kind of, they're self-portraiture, but I'm trying to express. These ones were just, okay, this is what's important to me. That's what I was doing with these ones. And these are very long exposures. This one was a 5-minute exposure. That was at the Visual Arts Center. This was in the backyard with Avery on me. I was probably a couple minutes. And there's another one. So that's something else that I have sort of brought back into my practice of artwork right now. It's like it's all over the place. What am I doing? But it's all good. So that's it. Those are the new. There's a name for these cyanotypes. People call them spicy size. But I just call them cyanotypes with turmeric. So I hope you're all doing well. See you again later. Bye.